Good evening, everyone. And I say evening because here in San Jose, California, it's dark. And I think that means it's evening, unless it's really early, which I know it's not.
No problem.
I'm here with Rob Commins, Vice President of Marketing, and he has graciously joined me tonight to talk about Tegile.
Yeah, we're having a lot of fun, and we've got this new software pricing tool we call Agility Pricing.
That sounds interesting. Tell me what it is.
Yeah, so we've all got a smart meter on the side of their house.
Yes.
Right? And we pay kilowatt hours every month. We're essentially taking the same model and turning the acquisition cost of a storage system into a utility price that we charge gigabyte months, kind of like we pay our power utility, kilowatt hours.
So basically, let me make sure I understand this. If I was at home and I bought my own power plant, it's going to cost me a lot of money.
That's right.
So instead, I basically I use the city's power plant, even though it's kind of at my house a little bit.
Right.
But it's almost like bringing their power plant to my house, and they still just charge me for what I use.
Yeah, you essentially get the cost efficiencies and flexibility of a public cloud.
But it sits in my data center.
You maintain that security control of the array actually sitting in your own data center.
Okay, that's kind of cool. So
It is.
I mean, you get cloud-based pricing with my own infrastructure.
Right, and two big things that we're big on at Tegile is the data reduction brought about by inline deduplication and compression.
Yeah.
And the really neat thing is that quote-unquote smart meter, if you will, actually meters at the capacity physically written to the array after dedupe and compression happens. So it actually monetizes the value of dedupe and compression.
What's your average dedupe ratio?
Anywhere
typical?
from 3.5 to 1 to 5 to 1, or even virtual desktop.
Oh, yeah.
We'll see like 10 to 1, like a 90% reduction. So if we're writing in this much data, but we're only storing this much, and the smart meter's running against this, all of this is essentially free capacity you didn't have to pay for.
That's kind of cool.
Right.
I can see now. An organization that has plenty of capex is going to say, well, we really want to just buy it so we don't have to worry about a monthly bill. But an organization that really wants to sort of take a true utility approach to IT without having to go all in on the cloud,
Right.
This is a kind of a perfect solution for something like that.
Right. You get a lot of CEOs, a lot of CIOs coming down to the IT team going, I want public cloud flexibility and cost leverage.
Right.
But the
CIOs don't
security
want to
guy,
do it.
right? The security guy's like, whoa, not so fast, right?
Yeah.
So this actually resolves that. You maintain control, but you've got a cost structure that looks a lot like an Amazon S3.
That's kind of cool. I mean, how do you compare to an Amazon S3? I mean, from a cost perspective.
Sure. We actually just last night I went on Amazon's website, checked the pricing. It was about 9 cents a gigabyte a month, if I recall correctly. And if you take our system with about a 3.5x data reduction rate, which is actually pretty modest,
Yeah.
it comes out to about 6.5 cents for a loaded up HA2800, which is our fast machine that does between 200 to 300,000 IOPS
Right.
and can get up to a half a petabyte of effective capacity. You're paying less than Amazon S3 pricing.
Is this agility pricing available across the entire lineup?
Absolutely. Every one of our products available this way, and available throughout the entire United States.
And do you charge different prices for for the HA2800 is the all flash array? So you charge this much money for smaller units that might be hybrid. Is there a different price?
There is. So depending on the exact configuration of the array, we figure out what that gigabyte month rate is, and essentially put that into a billing model, and we just read the smart meter every month, come back and hand over an invoice to the finance team, and we also provide the information that says, okay, let's monetize that. We also we'll monetize what that data reduction looks like too. Say, wow, you saved $12,000 this month, or whatever it happens to be.
That's very cool, and that's definitely an innovative approach to storage in the data center.
Yeah, we're really excited about it.
I haven't heard of anybody else doing this.
There's other people have tried it in the past with kind of a capacity or utility-based pricing.
Right.
But taking the power of dedupe and compression and monetizing it,
Right.
that's the real powerful piece in what we're up to at Tegile.
I look really forward to hearing more about this as time goes on and how well it works, and potentially some use cases.
You bet.
Thanks, Rob, for being here.
All right, Scott. Thank you, sir.
And thank you all for watching, and stay tuned for more.